Welcome to a new episode of MLM Renegade. Today, guys, I'm really excited. We're going to talk about happiness. Check it out. So here's the million-dollar question. How are network marketers like us, who've tried everything their upline ever suggested to be successful, and yet still struggled, who grew up with technology and aren't stuck in the 20th century, how are we supposed to grow our downlines in our bank accounts, and yet still have time for real life? My name is J.R. McKee. Join me as we explore how to use 21st century learning and technology to grow our downlines and build lasting wealth. Simply put, this is MLM done different. Welcome to MLM Renegade. Okay, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about happiness, and I've been stewing on this for a few days, and it kind of came to me like a lightning bolt. Happiness is one of these things that just gets so misunderstood, I think. We really view things as, when I have this, then I'll be happy. Or if I get that, then I'll be happy. If I get this new job, then I'll be happy. If I buy this new car, then I'll be happy. And those things couldn't be further from the truth. I think that the more things we have, the more stuff that can honestly clutter our lives, honestly, the more unhappy we get. I know people who will buy a new car every 6 months because they're trying to chase that high from retail therapy, as somebody might call it. And I know other people who are constantly unhappy and are always looking for their happiness to be supplied by someone or something else. Last year, I read a book called The Happiness Advantage about how positive brain fuels success in work and life. It was written by a Harvard professor, which can or can't be a qualification or a disqualification, depending on how you look at things, I suppose. But the point of it was, for me, is that we can be happy if we choose to be. And we have a choice in the matter. We can wake up in the day saying, I'm going to have a good day. And guess what? You probably will. Sometimes this is manifestation. Sometimes this is simply, just choosing to look at the silver linings of those dark clouds that pile up each day. And a part of that is really choosing to do what makes you happy, what brings you happiness. Nobody likes to go through the doldrums and the hard things in life. Although these hard things, these hard experiences really are those that bring us the most fulfillment. Again, the obstacle is the way. And when we do something that's hard, our quotient of thrill or of happiness increases. And so sometimes that doing those hard things is really the best way to bring happiness, even when it's hard. Now, I work in a day job where prospecting is a daily job. And in network marketing, prospecting is a daily job. And if it's not, then you're not really growing. In fact, you're probably going backwards. And I've seen this happen in my own experience, where I've quit prospecting, quit looking for new people to join my business. I've quit looking for people to sell the product to that in my day job. And I find that I don't sell any product. Cause and effect? Yeah, I think so. And I find that when I'm not actively looking for people to join my business, they also fall away. It doesn't happen. So you get out what you put in. You reap what you sow. Is goes back to biblical times and beyond. And I think the thing that stood out to me the most as I was thinking about this podcast episode was that really, over time, we have a choice. And the days that I feel like I'm choosing to be happy are the days when, in fact, I am. The days that I choose to look for the bright side and look for the positive in any bad situation, I can overcome any situation. And, I remember thinking back to a time, long time ago, probably 15 plus years ago, where I was having struggles in my personal life, and I remember somebody getting angry with me because I was being positive about something. That I was saying, it'll work out, it'll be okay. And believing that and knowing that. And that has become a hallmark of my marriage now, in that I know that it's going to work out. I don't necessarily know how, and I can't see the end from the beginning, but I know that it will work out. I have faith. And that faith can be placed in a lot of different things, but I find that when I take a positive attitude and I combine it with crazy amount of work, I start to see great things. I make my own luck. Some people talk about how they're lucky or how this, that, or the other thing. No, you make your own luck. The work that you put in directly results in the benefit that you get out. And when we're working for a goal, it's hard to get caught up in the day-to-day when we're trying to see a long-term goal. Some goals are easier to see in the moment. For example, one of my goals this year is I want to drink a gallon of water a day. And I can see that as I have my cup here on my desk, it's empty. That's the second one I've had today. That's a 32-ounce cup, one of the big Yeti tumblers. And so I know that I need to drink 4 of those a day. So I'm about halfway through. It's lunchtime. I'm on track for the most part. I've got some more to do, but I'm on track. I can see where it's taking me. But sometimes seeing the end from the beginning is a lot harder. I have some financial goals, and I realize sometimes, and I beat myself up, frankly, that I'm not moving towards those goals because of things that I'm doing. Whether instead of working on my business, I'm sitting down playing Xbox, or instead of working on my business, I'm choosing to go and read a novel. Sometimes a mental break is a good thing, and I enjoy reading novels. That brings me happiness. And so doing those things, it becomes a balance of what I want and what I need to do. Now, sometimes those wants and needs align, and sometimes they don't. And it's doing what needs to be done that can really bring us that long-term happiness. And so short-term happiness is short-term. It's short-lived. It wears off. Happiness is kind of like a drug. In fact, it feeds your brain drugs like oxytocin and serotonin, and it gives you this high. But what happens is the more and more you have it, the more and more you need. And that's why retail therapy doesn't work. That's why it wears off. And doing those things that are long-term benefit to you, you can really just grow. And as you grow, you'll improve, you'll reach an increased capacity for the thing that you're trying to accomplish. Weak things will become strong, and they will continue to bring you happiness. Now, my happy place, and I've said this many times before, and I continue to hold, my happy place is a ski lift on a bluebird powder day with my kids. Like, that is heaven to me. And I haven't gotten to do that this year. I'm looking forward to it. And I really feel like that goal helps to drive me. So doing what brings me happiness helps to drive me. And I feel like that's the truth for everybody. That doesn't mean we get out of, as Brian Tracy said it, eating the frog, right? You have to go out and you have to do the work. You have to work through the pain and the struggle. But when you work through that pain, there's happiness on the other side. And when you choose to be happy, you're already feeling the benefits of that success. Guess what? You reach it faster. You reach through it faster. Choose happiness. I tell my kids this every morning. They're tired. They don't want to go to school. Their stomach hurts, whatever. Choose to be happy. Choose to see the good that is around you. In our world right now, there's plenty that is not good. Political strifes have caused all kinds of pain and suffering on both sides of the issues. But if we choose to be good people, and we turn off the news and focus more on those around us and our neighbors and our friends and family and loved ones, and actually having conversations when you're not able to agree on a particular point, when you seek first to understand and then to be understood, that's number 5 on Stephen Covey's 7 Habits, we're going to find more happiness and more healthy relationships and a better opportunity overall to help those around us. You guys, choose happiness. It is the thing that will make your life so much better and so much and so much more fulfilling. And when we focus on the bad, we get more of it. When we focus on the good, we also get more of it. That's all I've got for this week, guys. I'm looking forward to some neat interviews that we have coming up. And also, I'd love to hear back from you. Send me an email, jr@mlmrenegade.com. And I'd love to respond to questions, and I'd love to take on a challenge and take on some questions that you have or something that you've been trying to approach. Have a great week. Hey, thanks for listening, and please remember to subscribe. And if you loved us, leave us an awesome review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you consume your podcasts. Now, if you'd like some free training for your team on how your recruiting efforts can be bettered and brought into the 21st century, go to podcast.mlmrenegade.com and get your copy of the Renegade Recruiting Kickstarter.